So Arsenal look to put a disappointing Premier League start behind us tonight when we travel here to the Hawthorns in the second round of the League Cup, the Carabao Cup as it's now called. First time we've played at this stage of the competition for 25 years. This is the Arsenal versus West Bromwich Albion match preview. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel, over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. In this video, we'll look ahead to tonight's Carabao Cup tie here at Hawthorns against Championship leaders West Bromwich Albion. I'm going to look at the previous meetings that we faced in this competition. I'm going to look at the current form of both clubs. We're going to highlight a familiar face in the West Brom side. We're going to look at the team lineups and also give a score prediction. Just before I get into all that, I want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. If you do enjoy what I do, please click the subscribe button. Please check out the other videos, give them a like as well if you enjoy the content, and share it around as well. And if you've got any comments at all to make about this particular game or anything else to do with Arsenal, please drop them in the box below, as I do love to hear from you guys as well. So in total then, we have played West Bromwich Albion 143 times in all competitions. We've won 74, there's been 31 draws, and West Brom have won 38. We've got a pretty decent record here at the Hawthorns over the years. In fact, in our last 26 visits, that's going back to 1973, we've only lost on 3 occasions. We've won 14 and drawn 9 of those games. This will be the 5th time that we've met West Brom in the League Cup under its different sponsorships. We've actually got through on all 4 occasions. We've won 2-0 twice at the Hawthorns. That was in 2003 and 2006. We also won 2-0 at the Emirates in 2009. And the last meeting was here at the Hawthorns in 2013. And we did win on penalties following a 1-1 draw. In fact, the last time West Bromwich Albion have beaten us in a cup tie was in the FA Cup in 1969. Of course, since their relegation from the Premier League last season, there's been a lot of changes at West Brom, not least, of course, in the management. Sam Allardyce stepped down, didn't he? And he's been replaced by Valérien Ismaël, of course, the Frenchman who was previously in charge at Bardsley. And they've started the season really well. The top of the Championship with 3 wins from their 4 games. They opened the campaign with a 2-2 draw at Bournemouth on the opening day. And since then, they've won 3 in a row. That was a 3-2 home victory against Luton, a 4-0 home victory against Sheffield United. And on Saturday, they won 2-1 away at Blackburn to seal their place at the top of the table. Callum Robinson scored in 3 of those 4 games. Although they've lost a lot of players that played last season, they've still got plenty of Premier League experience in the squad, including goalkeeper Sam Johnson, who of course we were rumoured to be interested in before we signed Aaron Ramsdale. And they've also got Callum Robinson still there, as we said, Jake Livermore, Matt Phillips, and a few others as well. So they've got plenty of Premier League experience. So it's going to be a very difficult test for us. Of course, our form couldn't be much more of a contrast, could it? Losing our opening 2 Premier League games without scoring a goal, and also losing our previous 2 friendlies as well in the Mine series. So we're desperate for a victory in this game. Will that be the thing that perhaps can turn our season around? It's one of only 2 competitions that realistically we've got a chance of winning, so it is an important game for Arsenal, but we're going to be facing a West Bromwich Albion side in great form. So Carl Bartley then, I don't know how many of you guys remember him playing for Arsenal. He was born in Stockport in Greater Manchester, 22nd of May 1991, and he did join the Arsenal youth system in 2007. He was part of the team that won the Youth Academy Premier League and the FA Youth Cup in 2008-2009 season. He did make his Arsenal debut away in the Champions League defeat in Olympiacos. That was in December 2009. That proved to be his only appearance for Arsenal before going out on loan to Sheffield United in 2010, where he played 37 times. He then went on loan to Rangers up in Scotland, where he made 30 appearances and scored 1 goal. That was his first ever senior goal. He did then join Swansea in 2012, but in 6 seasons with the Welsh club, he only made 38 appearances. He did go on loan to Birmingham in 2014. He made 19 appearances, scored 6 goals, and also went on loan to Leeds in 2016, where in his 50 appearances, he scored 6 goals. He joined West Bromwich Albion in 2000 2019. Since then, he's become a regular in their side. He's made 109 appearances and scored 7 goals. So that's the career of former Arsenal youth player Carl Bardsley. So in terms of the team lineups then, West Bromwich Albion tend to play a 3 at the back system, very similar to Chelsea actually we played at the weekend. In their most recent game against Blackburn, their starting lineup was Johnson in goal, their back three was O'Shea, Bartley and Clark. The 4 across midfield was Furlong, Livermore, Moat and Townsend, and then the 3 up front was Robinson, Phillips and Grant. That's usually how they've been setting up. They've also got Diagne, of course, who played last season, Adam Reach as well, a new signing, and Ajayi as well, of course, a defender who also played last season who could come into the side. I think West Brom will take this game seriously. They'll want to get a victory against Arsenal. For us then, it's really a case of will Mikel Arteta take this game as seriously as he's taken the Premier League games in terms of his team selection. We do still have, of course, a lot of injury and illness issues. It's maybe a case of picking the strongest 11 that we have available. So I think it might be very similar to the team that played on Saturday. I do feel Aaron Ramsdale is going to make his debut in goal, so that could be something to watch out for. The right back situation is difficult to know who's going to play there. No one's really settled in. I think it might be Callum Chambers in this game. The centre backs are going to probably have to be Holding and Mari again, because Ben White is still out and Gabriel is still injured. And I think left back we may well see Tavares get a start in this game. He's impressed in the brief appearances that he's made so far. Again, in midfield we don't have a lot of options. I feel El Neni might get a game maybe this time, perhaps instead of Xhaka, and he may well be partnered by Lokonga, who's had a good start to his Arsenal career. So in the front four then, I think Martin Odegaard may well come into the number 10 position, get him some minutes again in his legs following his recent permanent transfer into the club. I feel Bukayo Saka may well start on the right in this game, give Pepe a rest. Smith Rowe may well move to the left-hand side. Martinelli got a bit of cramp the other day. It's maybe not worth risking him in this game ahead of Man City. And up front, I think Florent Balogun will get another opportunity. He didn't cover himself in glory, did he, against Brentford? I feel as though he needs to get some minutes in his legs as well, because he could be an important player for us. So that's the lineup that I would go with in this game, and I feel that's a strong enough lineup to get the right result. Trying to predict a score in this game could be quite difficult. If you're going on current form, West Brom would maybe start favourites, wouldn't they? Had a great start to the season, scoring plenty of goals, and of course we haven't even managed to score yet. But there's a lot of pressure on Mikel Arteta, and this is one of, I say, only 2 competitions that we've realistically got a chance of winning. We have to take it seriously. We have to get through this tie. Of course, there's no extra time. If it's a draw, it goes straight to penalties, and I don't know if we'd fancy our chances on that score really. But anyway, I think we'll have enough to win this game. It's going to be tight, it's going to be tough, but I do feel as though if we pick a strong enough side, I do feel as though we'll just about be able to scrape through. So I'm going to go the final score here at the Hawthorns tonight: West Bromwich Albion 1, Arsenal 2. So that's a little preview there of tonight's Carabao Cup tie here at Hawthorns against West Bromwich Albion. It's an important game for Mikel Arteta, isn't it? He's been told he's got 5 games to save his Arsenal career, and this is the first of those 5 games. Defeat here and a defeat against Manchester City at the weekend. Will he even get the other 3 games after that? We'll have to wait and see, but it is a massive game. I do think we'll get through. Last time we wasn't in Europe, we did reach the semi-final of this competition, and of course going back even further to 1993, we did of course win this competition and the FA Cup as well without European football. So we need to go for this game tonight. We need to pick a strong team and we need to get through. So let's hope that we do. It'll ease a bit of pressure on Mikel Arteta, and who knows, it may give us a little bit of confidence and a bit of a lift ahead of the trip to the Etihad at the weekend. Stay tuned to the channel then, because I've got loads of stuff coming up. Tonight I'm doing a watch along of this game in the Carabao Cup. The kickoff's at 8 o'clock. I'll probably go live about 7:45. So please stay tuned for that level, the team news and then full match commentary and analysis. And then we'll be building up, of course, to the Manchester City game. I'll be putting out a preview video of that game later in the week. I am hoping to get a Manchester City fan on as well, maybe on Friday evening. We'll see if we can get a show put together for that. If not, I will be doing a watch along of the game on Saturday. Of course, it's early kickoff, 12:30. I'll hope to go live just before the kickoff for that one, because I'm playing football myself myself in the morning, so it's going to be a bit of a rush. But I should be able to go live about 25 past with a little bit of team news, and then, as I say, full match commentary and analysis as well. And then, of course, next week we'll be doing a review, of course, of the Manchester City game before the Tuesday clinic as well, where the panel will be back. We'll be looking back on that game, looking back on this game at West Brom as well, and then looking ahead to the international break, and then, of course, the big games that we've got coming up after that as well. So those coming up on the channel. If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button. Please give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Share the content around. Drop any comments in the box about your feelings about this game tonight. You're confident we can go through what sort of teams you think we're going to play, and then, of course, looking ahead to the Man City game as well. So loads coming up on the channel. Please stay tuned. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. And of course, in the meantime, ahead of this really big cup tie. Come on, you Gunners! Come on.